Hey everyone, and welcome back to the Smoking Syndicate. I'm your host, Ben Lee, here in the Tactiwahi Studios in beautiful Black Mountain, North Carolina. And for this review, we're going to be taking a look at the new Romeo y Julieta Reserva Real Nicaragua Profundo. How did it do? Stay tuned and find out. The new Romeo y Julieta Profundo is a new cigar that was created in collaboration between AJ Fernandez and master blender Rafael Nodal. Now, this cigar has a extra fermented Oscuro Nicaraguan wrapper with Nicaraguan binder filler. And if you look at the band, it has, they call it purple, but this is maroon. But basically what they did was they took the color and took the blue from the Reserva Real Nicaragua and the red from the Reserva Real, the original one, and combined that to come up with this maroon shade. Now, this cigar that I'm reviewing today is the Robusto size. It's a 5x50, retailing for $11.25. It also comes in a Gordo, a Toro, and a Churchill as well. Now, let's take a look at this cigar. That wrapper is absolutely beautiful. Very smooth wrapper. And it has a nice oily sheen to it as well. Just a really fine looking wrapper. Beautiful looking cap. I'll give you what it looks like at the end there. Really beautiful looking cigar. Let me go ahead and I'll cut the cap off and we'll see what the pre-light gives us. Really good draw. That milkshake draw that I like. Maybe a tad bit looser than that, but still really, really good. Now, the notes I get on the pre-light, I get like a molasses, a little bit of oak, a little hint of saltiness as well, and maybe just a hint of like a black pepper spice. I'm gonna go ahead and light this up, and I'll come back and let you know what I thought of the cigar. See you in a second. Hey everybody, I'm back. As you can see, I'm kind of into the cigar now. Now, on the first third of the cigar, I get a lot of oak, black pepper, brown sugar, a nice cinnamon spice note, um, with espresso bean and some molasses. It's pretty good. That dark chocolate kind of comes through. A slight bitterness to it, along with that espresso bean, that kind of balances well with that brown sugar. Now, on the retro, I get a lot of that black pepper and oak on there. And I would say the finish is pretty long on the first third as well. It's full bodied, full flavor, and full strength for this cigar. Now, as it burns down and gets into the second third, I get less of that black pepper and dark chocolate, and I get a little bit more of that brown sugar, the molasses, and that espresso bean. The retro remains the same, and it's still full all across the spectrum. Now, when it gets to the final third, it's kind of where it loses it for me. Basically gets real simple. Basically, I kind of just get oak. I get more of that bitter espresso bean. Um, it's got the savoriness, that nice, kind of coffee note of the espresso bean, but it seems like it's got a little bit more bitter. And I just get a hint of that brown sugar. And that might be why that espresso bean gets a little bit more bitter to me, because that kind of that sugar sweetness, that brown sugar sweetness, kind of dies down, so that kind of comes through a little bit more. Overall, I would have to say this is a really good solid cigar. It is a lot different from both versions of Reserve Real, even the Nicaraguan Reserve Real. This one's, to me, is richer than the Nicaraguan. I basically I've tried all four. Well, I tried three sizes, not the Churchill. At the shop that I work at, the B&B Tobacconist in Nashville, We only got the three sizes in the Toro, Robusto, and the Gordo. Or the Robusto seems to be selling better, which is why I chose that one to do. And what's really nice is all three of the Vitolas, the flavor profile doesn't seem to change too much, which is pretty cool. I do think the Toro might be the most balanced of the three. The difference for that one to me is on the very first half inch, you get like a blast of that black pepper that you don't get on the other ones. And what's kind of nice is the Gordo actually, um, it it retains a lot of the flavor. Like it doesn't get kind of, watered down the flavor profile, which is pretty nice. 11.25 is a really good price point for this cigar. Now, I have smoked quite few of these because when I work my shift at the cigar shop, I usually always go and smoke the Aging Room Sonata. It's one of my favorite, the Toro. And I like to follow it up later on in the day with this one because it is a nice contrast between that. So it is a cigar I enjoy quite often, but I'm going to give this a score of 89. I think it's a really good solid smoke, especially for 11.25, and it's something you should probably check out. Like I said, it's new in the market. Your shops, your local brick and mortar shops should have these in stock now. So go check them out and let me know if you've had this cigar. What did you think of it in the comments? So on that note, please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.